Assalamu alaikum. Allahu, 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 Allah, 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 Allahu, 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 Allah. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabina Muhammad alayhi salam. Salatan tadumu wa tuhda ilayh mamar al-layali wa tula dawam. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabina Muhammad alayhi salam. Salatan tadumu wa tuhda ilayh mamar al-layali wa tula dawam. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabina Muhammad alayhi salam. Salatan tadumu wa tuhda ilayh mamar al-layali wa tula dawam. MashaAllah. Dawam in your way, Ya Rasulullah. We are weak servant. Everybody say, why you are saying all the time we are weak servant? You think you are strong? Are you are strong? Never be strong. In front of Allah Almighty, everything is weak. Everything. He is the absolute Qahharun Mutlaq. That means He is the absolute. Nobody can stand in the front of Him. That's Allah Almighty. Allah Almighty, He is such a great that we are not permitted to think about His greatness. There's no permission for you to think about His greatness. Only His great name, it's enough to say, I am going for sajda for you, Ya Rabbi, Ya Allah. This is important things to understand. Here there's the most understanding. The most important is the understanding. So many people, they say we understand, but they still don't understand. If you are one of those people shaking head and say, yes, we understand, but still not understanding, go and throw yourself from the mountain. Because you are not having any value, and you are not having any benefit, and you are not also giving benefit. If Allah Almighty create us, we have to give benefit. If Allah Almighty He create us, we have to be a good one. If Allah Almighty He create us, we have to be in service for Allah Almighty. Allah Almighty He say in His Quran, in Holy Quran say, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Allah Almighty, He put this ayah and explaining everything. And one day I asked Maulana Shaykh about this. Allah Almighty, He create the jinn and the ins, that mean Bani Adam, the human, for only to be in service of Allah Almighty, to be in His worship to Allah Almighty. He didn't ask us to look for our children's future or to look for our future, to look for I don't know what's future. He say, I'm not sending here, I'm not sending you here, all of you, either jinn or ins, to make future things for yourself, to make future kingdom, to make future richness, to make future I don't know what. Say Allah Almighty, He's only sent us to worship for Him. That's it. And I asked Maulana Shaykh, Maulana, if Allah Almighty, if this jinn and ins, a human, they are obeying Allah Almighty order, how they will eat, how they will drink, and how they will live. That's, we are dunya people. And Maulana Shaykh was so simple answer. Do you think Allah Almighty, He cannot feed you? He cannot make you to drink? He cannot give you place to live? Do you think? So that's Allah Almighty greatness. If Allah Almighty, He create you, this is the most difficult things. Now all the scientist people, they are looking for the gene, they are looking for DNA, they are looking for I don't know what, and say if we put this one here and we put this one here and finally what the formula will be, do you think we can create a man? Yes, this is what they are doing. They don't tell us, but this is what they are doing. Because the knowledge, as much as you are into it, you think that you are God. Yes. This is ego. Beware of your ego. Ego, it is very dangerous. Very dangerous. The ego is the most dangerous things ever. And this all scientist people, they discover something and say, yes, we discover everything. Yahoo, you didn't discover even nothing. And this is how we are searching to create, to be creator. And the most, Allah Almighty, He hates somebody says this word for himself. I create this idea, I create this chair, I create this. No. It's inventing different. Creating is different. And you see this science people or ignorant people, same. We create this, we create that, No, the creation is only for Allah Almighty. This is belonging to Allah Almighty. He say, I am the one creator. I am the creator. Al-Khaliq. Al-Khaliq means the creator. That means He really create from nothing. This is Allah Almighty. This is how Allah Almighty is doing everything. This must be understood. We are only weak servant. Once upon a time, you being young, nothing in your body, heart working perfect, liver working perfect, kidney working perfect, muscle working perfect, but now, kidney working half, liver working half, I don't know what working half, muscle working half. This is in our age. Go for your age, kaput. What happened? And they say, Yahoo, how you are? Yahoo, we are weak servant. We are going from powerful to more power, to more power, and they will be in the highest point of our power. And then they say, okay, now you have to climb down. Go down, go down, go down, go down, and reach the grave. Yes. Don't be scared of a grave. Maulana Sheikh, one old murid, she is lady, Maulana Sheikh. She used to look after Maulana Sheikh a lot in difficult days. And she was powerful iman. And we come for her house in last stage. We've been in the last stage of her life. But she was okay. But she said, Shaykh Effendi, look at me. I am old lady now. I have one fear. See, I have one fear. And I was present with Maulana Sheikh when she was telling. She said, the only things I'm fear is the death. She said, I'm fear of death. Maulana Sheikh say, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. She say, I don't know how I will do it. Say, you don't have to do it. They will do it for you. They will do it for you. Don't worry. And she said, but I still have fear. Say, it is like, for mu'min, it is like you open door and entering from this room for the other room. That's why Maulana Sheikh say, don't be fear of death, because the death, it is not end of journey. Dunya people, they are scared of death. Why? They say, it is the end of journey. I am not anymore in this planet. I'm not getting the enjoyment. I'm not getting this. I'm not making money. I'm not making power. I'm not making this. I'm not... So many. But Maulana Sheikh say, for mu'min, it is not the end. It's another beginning. It's another beginning. That's why the murshid in our life is very important. That's why try to keep up with the murshid. If you have the murshid in your hand, you are not scared. But if you don't have murshid, Mahmoud, is a terrible time. Terrible time. You cannot imagine how terrible it is. The death, it's really fear. Big fear. The biggest fear. But for mu'min, it's not. That's why today there is so many kind of death. Some death, it is in the sleeping. Some death when you wake up. Some death in accident. Some death in illness. Some death quickly. Some death, it's taking long time. And this is the worst one. This is, and some, there is holy death is martyr, shaheed. And this one, we like to say today for our Turkish army, that may Allah give them power and to be for Islam. They are now for Islam, alhamdulillah. And that's why for these people that they are giving their life for Allah Almighty, because they say Allahu Akbar. For you, Ya Rasulullah, they say, we are getting the flag back for you, Ya Rasulullah. It's very important also to know this. These people, that they are shaheed, and may Allah raise their maqam. And they make them in highest maqam. That Allah Almighty, He will serve them from endless generosity. We don't know Allah Almighty generosity. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know nothing. Allah Almighty, He is the generous one. You see somebody giving few pounds and say, this man is generous. No, it's not. Allah Almighty is the generous. He gives everything. And He is not asking from you anything. He say only, say thank you, Ya Rabbi. Shukr, Ya Rabbi. Shukr, Alhamdulillah. Be thankful. Be all the time thankful. Be in the level of thanks. Level of thanks is very important. If you are in the level of thanks, Allah Almighty, He will be proud of you. Allah Almighty doesn't need your thanks, by the way. But He say, I want you to thank me to raise you up. Yes. See, even in that point, He give you a favor. This is Allah Almighty. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. If we are terrible, then we are terrible servant for you, but you still the Lord Almighty Allah, that you are still forgiving us. We don't have any word to say. Our word is finished. Shukran lillah. Shukran lillah. Ya Rabbi, thank you for your giving. Thank you, Ya Rabbi. Thank you. Shukr, Ya Rabbi. Shukr, Alhamdulillah. Shukr, Ya Rabbi. Shukr, Alhamdulillah. Shukr, Ya Rabbi. Shukr, Alhamdulillah. This must be our daily thanking to Allah Almighty. May Allah forgive me and forgive us and give this martyr endless mercy and make them in the Jannatul Ula, in highest level that you promise, Ya Rabbi. Wa min Allahi tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Subhan Allah, Sultan Allah, Nabi Muhammad alayhi salam. Subhan Allah, Sultan Allah, Nabi Muhammad alayhi salam. Subhan Allah, Sultan Allah, Nabi Muhammad alayhi salam. وصل يا ربي وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى كل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة.